I don't know if he was drunk or what, but if he was, he should stop drinking. And what he did with his son that night was just atrocious. It was horrible. I feel sorry for Tio, actually. And I don't even want to talk about him boxing for a while because his father really ruined his life.
Breaking news. Hey, yo, that is Ryan Garcia's father. Yes, that was just speaking about Teofimo Lopez's dad reacting to his corner work during the Shakur Stevenson fight. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly thought Teofimo Lopez Sr. was drunk in that ring. But we ain't here to talk about that. What I'm here to talk about is, why does it seem like every single fighter is out here trying to avoid a fight with Devin the Dream Haney? Now, I understand there's bigger, better opportunities out there sometimes for certain fighters. But, like for Ryan Garcia, for instance, right? It's breaking news that Ryan Garcia is looking like he's going to go down to 140 after this fight for the WBC welterweight bout against Mario Barrios coming up in 2 weeks from now, February 21st. Because not only is it an absolutely huge fight, Shakur Stevenson says if he comes up to 147 pounds, he's going to put a rehydration clause. Ryan Garcia doesn't want a rehydration clause. Him and his father talked about how Ryan Garcia is weighing 151 pounds 2 weeks out to his fight. In phenomenal condition, gonna make weight absolutely easily. They believe they could definitely make the 140-pound limit. And why not go down to 140, fight Shakur Stevenson for his WBO Ring Magazine titles, and be able to rehydrate? It's a win-win. They're going to be feeling good going into that fight. They believe they can make the weight still. Now, because of the father thinking of that and talking to Ryan Garcia, it seems like a fight that we thought was going to happen next. Ryan Garcia became the WBC welterweight champion of the world. We were going to see a rematch between him and Devin the Dream Haney that went down back in 2024. A fight where Ryan Garcia won, knocked Devin Haney down 3 different times, but ended up getting overturned to a no contest due to Ryan Garcia failing the drug test for Australian. And not only did he do that, but the WBC junior welterweight title was on the line during that fight. And because Ryan Garcia decided to miss weight by 3.2 pounds as well, he was no longer eligible to win that title. So there was a lot of controversy in that fight. It seemed like we were going to get the rematch after the Times Square card, as long as Ryan Garcia beat Rolly Romero, Devin the Dream Haney beat Jose Ramirez. They were setting that up to happen, building that up. And all of a sudden, Devin Haney handles his work, but Ryan Garcia loses to Rolly Romero. And everything gets shooken up from there. Devin Haney decides, I'm moving up to 147 pounds, fights Brian Norman Jr., becomes the WBO welterweight champion, is looking to fight Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero publicly turned down the fight, ducked him. I'll say it like that, ducked him. Tried to fight with Lewis Crocker. Lewis Crocker was open to that fight, wanted to make it happen, big money fight. Eddie Hearn lying to his own fighter, not making that fight happen, getting in the way of 2 fighters that want to fight, not allowing that to happen. So the last possible way to unify in the welterweight division is to fight against Ryan Garcia if he beats Mario Barrios. If he beats Mario Barrios, it'll be an absolutely huge fight that everybody wants to see and wants to see next. But I don't think Ryan Garcia, in my opinion, wants to do that. I think they're boxing out Devin the Dream Haney. I think he's going to go down to 140 if this is all possible, if it ends up happening, to make mega money, super fight. And also, they might feel like they have that advantage going down to 140, competing at 147, but then going back down to 140 and rehydrating, feeling absolutely fantastic, rather than Shakur Stevenson moving up to 147 pounds and putting that rehydration clause down. like he says he's gonna do against anybody he fights in the 147-pound division, right?
147 is not too far off from 140. So there's a strong possibility without rehydration clause, we could probably drop down to 140 with no problem.
And make the fight happen at 40 instead.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then you guys can rehydrate whatever you guys want.
So it's breaking news. Now, there's one more thing that I want to talk about when it comes to Ryan Garcia's father dropping all this breaking news on us. This is a message to Brian Norman Sr. I think Brian Norman Sr. really needs to see the mentality of Ryan Garcia's father's view of coaching. I think every single thing that Ryan Garcia's father says right here should have been what Brian Norman Sr. should have said and should have thought, stuck by his son's side, instead of, going on social media, on different interviews, saying he didn't and doesn't want to be anybody's assistant coach. He's second to nobody. He's second to no one. I don't care. Even if it is my son, I don't care. If he wants to go train with somebody else, guess what? I'm not going to be involved. And it might not even go to the fight, because he feels some certain type of way about it. Watch this clip, and then I'm going to end it out like that, my people. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel reporting to you, and I'm out.
Myself, I had Eddie Reynoso train my son. I had, Joe Goosen. I had Derek James. I'm still the assistant. I'm still his father, so I'm there. But I don't have the ego like they do. I don't do that, because it's just, you got to take care of your kid. That's what you got to do.